camera's not even on. It's not even on. Should be going now. There we go. What happened? I don't even know what happened.
I don't know.
We're gonna go to Twitter real quick and put that on there. Nobody's gonna watch this fucking shit. That's okay though.
Are we gonna like save a copy of it and like upload it as a video later?
We're gonna put it on SoundCloud, and we'll try to figure out how to put it on other websites. Podcasts are weird.
Oh, you're following Jesse. I didn't realize that.
Who's that?
Oh, never mind. That's just a notification of me on. Oh, that's
That's a
awkward.
pretty good one though. Posts. I'm alone.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous, but at the same time, I think to myself, like, if I posted a shitty like pun like that, I just get shit on. But like, he says it, it gets tweeted.
That was a good one. Okay, so remember, I gotta lean kind of forward and talk towards the microphone. So this is, what are we calling this? SAss pack.
SAss pack.
I don't know if that'll stick. Do you like SAss pack?
It sounds kind of weird when you say it like SAss pack when it should be maybe like SAss pack, because you know it's a sound to it. Because like you say sass and pack, it's like a hyphen between.
SAss pack.
Like, or SAss.
Wait.
Or SAss back.
Okay, since you know how to pronounce it, you have to do the intro for us.
Oh fuck, God.
How are you gonna do the intro? We gotta keep this. It's gotta be uniform. So you better remember it.
Oh wait, we're gonna do like uniform intro, not like a. I'm gonna just get up and like walk away and like fake out walk away intro.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, well I'll just
don't do that because I don't want to be alone.
Okay.
We can't do that.
No, I was gonna do that and then walk back and like fake you out.
How do you pronounce SAss pack again?
You can like SASPAC or SASS SPAC.
I don't think that's gonna work out.
Probably
I think
not.
we're gonna have to name something else.
I mean, I can do. We can do both ways. I mean, I can just like randomly mispronounce.
Or
on
sassafras.
It's like 90s. You know, right? Don't date this right now, man.
Oh man. What's down here?
Oh shit, we're actually live. It's awkward.
This is old, I think.
This is 3 watching.
3 watching?
Yeah, right there.
What is going on? No.
Well, this is an awkward turn up.
The live dashboard. I keep doing this. Hold on.
All right. Well, I'll drink this and also just nod my head in the meantime.
Andrew said, well, how do we share the regular one, Andrew?
The fuck if I know.
The real link. We didn't put out the real link in it. Jesus, dude.
Well,
Where
it's a
did
good
it
start.
even go? Is this browser even on? There. Okay. Fuck, dude. How did we... It's not the server URL, is it, Andrew? Fuck.
Ooh,
does anybody even know? What's up, Casey?
How's it going, bud?
On. We don't care. Hello, Garrett.
Welcome to the James and Cody show, starring Cody.
Yeah, you guys, Adam, tell the story about why. I mean, James, tell the story why your name is James.
Well, you see, when I was a young lad, in my mother's womb, my parents went to Jamestown, and they thought James sounded like a nice name, so they named me after a town. My mom was taking a piss. So ever since then, I was just named James.
This is not the story Adam told me at all. I'm sorry, James told me that he's called James because he doesn't want people to know. He's going to be real gritty with his stories.
I'm going to be grittier than ass.
Dude, where the fuck do we go to get the link, the normal link?
Well, isn't it, like...
No, that's stuff I put in. I don't even know what the fuck we're doing right now. Adam, tell him a story while I work on this.
Okay. A story. Well, I might as well use the story from the old ladies that I served. So...
Well, tell him the background story. Where do you work at?
So I work at Evans Bob, and at Evans Bob, we serve food. Crazy concept, I know. So at these two.
Oh Jesus!
Shit, that's all loud.
There, I found it though.
And these 2 really old ladies were sitting in my section. It was my first table of the day. Luckily, it was slow.
Make sure you're talking kind of loud, though, and towards the microphone.
Sorry.
You're okay.
And it took like 20 minutes to order. I like checked up on them, and as soon as they said they were ready to order, it was a fat lie. It took 10 minutes to order the food. They asked me so many questions. They re-asked the questions, even though I clearly stated it with like the utmost certainty. Had to repeat it to both of them, even though they were within earshot of each other. And after taking their order, all I could think of was, I wanted to scream inside. Like, usually it takes like at least a few hours of like bullshit to make me want to scream on the inside, but this was like within minutes, and I was actually almost impressed. Well, what's really concerned about was, how did they get here? like in the restaurant, like they're really old, so I don't think they would walk. I hope someone drove them here, because the idea of them driving themselves over here with how long it took them to make a decision on just food and just reading comprehension, I can imagine them had to make real-time decisions on the road. Question? Yeah.
Your stories, for some reason, your stories, the longer they go, the more confusing they get.
And that's because it's hard to digest the string of informations of a diarrhea word spell. But basically, it came down to that they stayed there for a long-ass time, and even the other servers noticed like how out of it these ladies were. Like, I've talked to people high off their fucking minds that like were more with all their surroundings. I've talked to my now deceased great grandmother who had severe Alzheimer's, who
I thought you
could like hold
autism.
Well, no, it slipped that on my tongue. But
all right, I think we got the links are all fixed.
It's just so depressing.
What? I don't even. I'll be honest. There's stories. I don't even know what's going on half the time.
Yeah, sometimes.
But they're great.
Oh, thanks, dog.
Adam, you're probably the weirdest guy I know. That's why I was like, this is gonna be the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the weirdest person I know, and I'm either somewhere caught between like a really weird guy that I'm trying to.
I don't know either, Casey.
Or I'm like, well, there has to be like a structure. What you define as weird, like what's what I'm looking for? Qualifications.
Did you guys hear the name of the show?
Swash.
It's literally called SAss Pack, but Adam says it's pronounced different. How's it pronounced, Adam?
Well, there's a few different ways. So you have SAss Pack, with a hyphen, or you have SASPAC or SASS SPAC, because it's got two S's within the SASS. So you can either go both ways with it, or you can even make the S's silent, like in llama, for the second L, and we can call it just.
What did you say? The S? The S is silent, like in llama.
We can make it that way, I mean, I've heard people name things crazier for less, like horse.
I didn't know there was an S in llama. You mean the L's?
No, I mean the L's.
Oh, how the L's are doubled.
Yeah,
that's right. There was an S in fucking llama.
No. I mean, maybe if we like get a microphone, like glass, and just look real close, possibly.
All right, dude. I gotta tell.
Oh yeah, tell your story.
It's you. You're a big guy. What does this mean? All right. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I got a story for you. I got this new job. It's fucking horrendous. I hate working in the office. The 9 to 5, and you just don't move out of the desk. And you ever seen Office Space with the lady that answers the phone the same every time?
Yes.
Dude, he's feeding into this show. I like it, dude. You're so dramatic. I love it.
Just hearing, like, I don't even remember clearly what she says, but, like, no, actually, now I do. And it's just so ingraining. They really nailed that character.
Yeah, so there's a girl lady that's like that there that talks similar to that. But everyone kind of kisses everyone's ass. And I kind of had food poisoning. And the two ladies near me, they're pretty hot. They're pretty attractive ladies. And I kind of had food poisoning, was would go to the bathroom, take a fucking hot sour shit, and come back. Well, I went out to lunch. I ate my lunch. God, I can't believe I'm telling the story, but I went out to there, sat in my car, ate my lunch, and I farted. Dude, I farted. And,
okay.
It totally felt like a normal fart. You guys clearly know where this is going.
Oh, God.
So I ate my food, and I was walking. It was kind of hot in my car, too, because the AC kind of fucks up sometimes. So I got up. I was like, damn, down there's real sweaty. Like, super sweaty, but nowhere else is sweaty. So I walk inside, and I'm like, damn, I got to take another shit. So I went into the... This is the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me, guys. Went into the bathroom and realized that wasn't sweat. That was hot sour. This is hot sour. I shit my pants a little bit. A good portion.
Just a little bit?
No, there was a decent amount. There was like a little streak in the underwear.
Oh, boy.
So I cleaned up the best I could, which took a while. It was weird hot sour. So I got that all cleaned up. I go back out, sit down on my desk, and I'm sitting there. I go through the day. It's totally normal. And the girl beside me, the hot girl beside me, she's like pulling out Febreze and all this stuff, and she's like propping it up on her desk, and she announces to the whole, hey guys, I'm putting out some Febreze, everybody okay with that? And the one girl's like, yeah, it smells like feet over here. But it was so hard not to tell them, because I hate them, I hate both of them, that it was actually my shit they were smelling. I'm pretty sure. I didn't smell it, but it could have been that I was just used to it. I never smelled any shit. It was weird. It was a weird food poisoning, like where it wasn't normal shit. But they smelled it. They sat over there like, something smells a little weird, a little off. And usually the rule is if you can't smell it, it's most likely you.
Yeah, who smelt it dealt with it.
But I didn't smell it.
Yeah. Has that ever happened in another case whenever they use Febreze, or is it just for that day?
I don't know. They really sprayed the Febreze, and then they're like, they started whispering to each other, but it was loud enough that I could hear it, and they're like talking about it because they worked there before, and then they hired a bunch of new people, so we could basically taking over store calls. It's like an entry level IT, and just these fucking idiots call you all day. Like this is usually how a normal call goes. Yeah, like my computer is like where the thing's supposed to be for merchandise is frozen. And that's all they fucking tell you, and then you gotta play detective and figure out what's going on with it. And I hate it. I actually put in my 2 weeks, and I'm leaving very soon. I'm very excited.
That reminds me.
It's sad though, dude, because I went to school for IT,
and
I got an IT, and I fucking hate it.
I kind of need help with my computer, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Is it stuck on the thingy?
Oh, it's so long. Like, even had help with my GF to look over it, because... Okay, so it's a laptop. It's Windows 10. It's got a mouse.
Sorry, Adam, can I interrupt you real quick?
Go for it. Yeah.
So, it looks like Garrett wants you to talk about your views on the national anthem protests and the BLM.
Oh, you mean like the taking the knee thing? I barely looked into that, because I was like, I usually don't read into that, because it's like...
Talk kind of closer to the mic.
Yeah, oh, sorry.
No, you're fine, dude.
Yeah, I didn't really look into it too much. I mean, from my understanding, it started out first, like, was it the BML movement, just for, like, based on race? Yeah, but then, like...
Fucking bowel movement.
Yeah, or, like, did it move to, like... Then it became, like, no, it's supposed to be, like, we don't like our president, like, against President Trump. It's nothing about race. And then it was, like, someone trying to play pussyfoot with, like, Reagan politics. And then it was, like... trying to, like, instead of crossing the arms, it was a little more, like, respectful, and then it became, like, a big, news flare and stuff, like, and people were, like, getting offended, like, how dare you not, like, respect the country, you fucking jackasses, and other people were, like, just don't get offended by, the assholes being assholes, and it's, like, whatever, at some point, like, unless they're getting, like, that's gonna be on the record forever. So if they ever get a job and like someone like the person they're applying to is like really patriotic, they were looking like, hey, I remember you fucking asshole. Fuck you. Won't get a job.
Yeah.
You know, some of them might go for NFL, but have to wait a few years to have to get an entry-level job
Yeah,
somewhere.
those fucking millionaires
Yeah, so...
trying to get jobs.
I don't know. I mean, wait, we're talking about NFL taking a knee, or we're talking about college taking a knee? Because I didn't bother looking to it.
I don't know if there was any colleges that took a knee or not.
Oh, never mind. Then it was an NFL. Well, I feel like I just spewed out some
Maybe they did. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Because it's weird. Because like the owners don't want to approach it because it's awkward, like from a racial standpoint. Because the owners are typically white, and like the people doing the kneeling on the team are African American. So it's like an awkward, like, I can't tell you what to do kind of thing, because this is like a representation that you want to use as your American freedom on race, and that would be like impolite. So.
Oh fuck. Would you take a knee, Adam? Somebody's asking.
I'd take a knee depending on like what that knee would symbolize, and for what it
symbolizes
symbolizes.
Sucking a big dick.
Maybe, but.
What's your views on abortion?
Oh boy. I mean, if we're gonna we're just rolling out.
I'm just
stuff.
reading off what they're asking.
Okay, so let's talk about abortion.
This podcast is gonna get so much fucking sponsorship, and we're gonna be so fucking PC.
Yeah, family-friendly content on YouTube. So I get flagged. So my stance kind of bounced around between over the years of where the stance would be, and between personal freedom and, you know, like the choice of life. At one point it's like, well, life could be really shitty. Like, you either fuck over two people's lives, potentially, depending on like the situation that they would be placed in, or you just have the other person become potentially infertile.
Mm-hmm.
So it becomes like a weird like divide on like choices. So
I'm kind of weird about it too.
My stance is like,
kind of think,
yeah,
fucking think all babies should die. Think they're sacks of shit that mooch off the system.
well, they're gonna like most of them are gonna become assholes if they grow up. So there's that. But I feel like there's just needs to be more science, like to look in between, like does it feel pain, like where our moral standings are. But I think it should start at a federal level where we have a hard line of what not to cross, like in terms of like trimester and weeks and times and blah blah blah, and then lead up to states. So you have California and New York just go crazy because, you know, they're going to be liberal about it, and then you have Texas that's going to be really conservative about it. So like there's no outrage, right? So like no one's getting particularly pissed off. Now if someone that lives in Texas wants to get an abortion, like, well, sucks for you. You live in Texas. You have to drive to another state to get an abortion, or, you know, take a Greyhound bus.
You can't get an abortion in Texas?
Well, I'm saying, like, if they weren't allowing for abortions in Texas.
That's a federal thing, right?
Well, I'm saying,
there's something weird about abortions.
Yeah.
So you know how the crime rate is slowly going down? Starting in, like, the 90s?
Yeah, right.
And it's attributed to the fact that when abortions went legal, that the babies that would have been shithead adults were dead. We killed them. Fucking murdered their asses.
Oh.
We're dead. So the crime rate's going down because we're fucking getting them in the womb.
That makes sense, because, I mean, if they're going to be born into broken families of, like, the poorer nature, like, that's just creating a bad environment for them to live in, and, you know.
So, Adam, I gotta ask you something.
What's that?
Actually, here, I'm gonna move the camera so you guys can see this.
Oh, views on prostitution while we're... Oh, shit.
Do you guys see that? Adam, show them your hairline. Do you cut your own hair?
My hairline?
Yeah. Show them your hair. You do pretty good if you're cutting your own hair.
No, I did it. Went to a shop.
You went to a shop?
Yeah, I went to a shop.
I thought you cut your own hair, though.
Not recently. I did that, like, a few months ago.
Gotcha. This looks fucking pretty nice, though.
Oh, thanks, dog.
Yeah. Oh,
so,
shit.
Prostitution.
Yeah, what's your views on prostitution, dude?
God.
This is getting real political, guys.
Man.
Real
I feel like
fucking political, boys.
the freedom to have prostitution is a nice idea, but I feel like the
Adam,
implications that lead to would just lead to bullshit. So, probably just be against it until we get other shit sorted out. Because, I mean, there's free porn on the internet. I don't see a reason why we'd have to market for that.
Adam, have you ever shit your pants?
Maybe a little bit, once or twice. I mean...
Wait till you do, dude. It's a humbling experience. Makes you realize you're fucking human. First time I ever shit my pants was like a week after I turned 18. I wasted no time in adult life. You're not supposed to shit your pants as an adult. I lasted 1 week.
Usually I just get like a little bit of sour coming out of my ass, but like not like...
Well, that's what I mean too. Like,
yeah.
I'm not full on laying massive fucking turds in my underwear or something. It's just like a little something, a little sauce.
Yeah, I usually get like a handful of times that's happened, like a little bit of sauce, but like nothing in particular, like a shard or something like that. Because I feel like that when you count shit in your pants, there actually needs to be literal shit in your pants. Because otherwise, you're just talking about ass lubricant that you make, or like the mucus that comes out of it, right? That's what that is.
Yeah. Little ass mucus. What was your 3 favorite things Obama did during... What the fuck? What is your 3 favorite things Obama did during the Obama presidency?
You're going to skip over the LGBTQ too?
What's sour, dude? You don't know what little hot sour is? That's where you eat yucky food.
So, let's just skip that for mine and go to the Obama during the presidency. 3 things. Well,
fucking sour is where it's like just like a little liquid shit.
Man, I barely even watch over anyone's political things.
Make sure you talk close to the mic.
Oh, sorry.
You're fine.
Political things, let's see. I don't know. I like some of the memes that came out of the Obama administration. I feel like that's a really good start. I feel like there's a lot of like bitching outs here and there. I don't really like how after he left office that race relations steadily got worse throughout his presidency. I'm not saying that's directly his fault, perhaps, but I'm saying, like, as someone that's an African-American president, that he really missed the nut on, bringing the country together.
The nut.
Over 8 fucking years, rather than letting things slip through the fucking butter, which is,
slip through the fucking butter, dude.
Race relations, because that's something that we could have easily had, like, at least addressed. Is
that a saying, or did you just make that up?
So what now?
Letting it slip through the butter.
I mean, yeah, I was just playing that by improv. But
I like it. Write that one down. That's a good one.
Yeah, write that down. But
letting it slip through the butter.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely had like a lot of good strong points and like seemed like a chill guy. But I feel like he was not that strong a leader in that aspect and kind of pussied out on that. And when he could have like brought the country together on that.
What is Casey asking over there?
Okay. So sour. Okay. How do we defeat ISIS? Well...
Or talk towards the mic.
Oh,
You're
defeat
fine.
ISIS. So, I mean, fuck. I don't look into world politics enough to know about this shit. There's, I think, 2 different ways. So, we either go full conservative, go full liberal at this. We either go liberal in the sense that, we hands off. We let them, fester in their anger and eventually, like, either get civilized and get their shit together, or, they just kill each other, because that's probably what they're going to do. They're just going to have more, have people come into power, become assholes, then have people rebel against them, and it becomes like a back and forth. It's just going to keep happening. It's just going to be murder back to back when you have people living in the desert with, like in desert regions with modern modern weapons, but not like the accessibility for like good food and stuff. So like it sucks living in third world countries. I mean, Dubai is nice, but I digress. So, or the second part
Dubai
is where...
Dubai is pretty far from a third world country, though.
Well, I'm saying like...
They're rich as fuck.
Yeah, but like there's different parts of the Middle
richest
East.
Country in the world.
Right,
One
but
of
like...
them.
Well, I mean, no, that's a state, isn't it? Dubai is a city within...
The UAE?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. But I mean, like, it's within the Middle East, was what I'm getting at, but it's surrounded by shit. So... Or we just carpet bomb
Adam,
them.
what do you think?
We just do genocide.
Or we carpet bomb them. Okay.
Yeah,
what do you think of Taylor Swift's new song?
Oh yeah, you mean that new one that just changes like tune and just seems like it has like an identity crisis of what song wants to go to and stuff. I think it's absolute garbage. I'm sorry, Casey, but it is horseshit. Taylor died and then she made that song, and then she killed herself in that song. It's that bad of a song. She said it herself. The old Hitler's dead. She killed her.
She killed her.
Yeah.
Fucking executed her ass.
Alright, what does he think about Kim Jong-un and his secret homosexual life? I think it's kind of hot. I mean, I watched him on College Humor, so I'm somewhat familiar with Kim Jong-un. I feel like, if he wants to come out of the closet, maybe he should let people come out of North Korea first.
Oh, shit. Hitting them with the one-liners. I like it.
Cool. But yeah, sometimes I still think about those old ladies that left Evan Bob's. I wonder if they killed anyone on the road.
You guys want to hear a mildly offensive / racist rant from Adam that happened at work today?
Wait. Oh,
If
is
you
that
guys,
really mildly racist?
I know, not really.
Okay.
But,
so,
well, we gotta wait. Do they want to hear it? Thumbs up in the chat, guys. Thumbs us up. We don't know if they want to hear it or not.
Probably not. So let's talk about other things. So, Cody.
Wait, they said yes.
Why would you bait them for something they're already going to say yes to? Of course they're going to say yes.
Wait, what did you just ask me?
I was going to say, what kind of condoms do you use?
What condoms do I use?
Yeah.
Dude, that's pussy shit, dude. You gotta go in. You gotta pull out. If you're using condoms, you're just a pussy.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't really.
You're just going to have, a kid one day, and then you're going to go to Planned Parenthood. Either,
Dude, we just talked about it. We'll kill him.
I mean,
Fuck
if
'em,
you're
dude.
good for that, but what if she doesn't want it? You can't just,
Dude,
drag her. I guess you could, but that's super illegal.
I just wait till they fall asleep and just fucking RKO them. Lean kind of forward a little bit.
Maybe we should just cut this. But, okay, so it's going to work, and I thought it was going to be in-game, a really busy day, but it wasn't really that busy of a day, because it was an away game at the place I work at.
Where do you work at? Evan Bob's?
No, this is, let's just call it sports bar, because it's a sports bar. So at sports bar, had these ladies came in, and then they're like, hey.
Adam, you were the hardest guy to keep on camera.
No, because I like leaning back in my chair, and this is comfortable, but then it's so uncomfortable.
Let me see what... I don't even...
Oh.
So there. This should work, as long as I stay, super far forward now.
Okay, I can move forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, start a countdown in the chat for how long it takes Adam. The whole time we're filming this, Adam just goes... You just... Right now, I'm just leaning out of camera view.
Yeah, so, what were we talking about? Yeah, so we're talking about how the Nazis are having an uprising now. We should just stop them.
The Nazis?
Spot.
The
Yeah.
fuck? I thought we were talking about your work.
No, we're definitely talking about Nazis. I'm not trying to jump conversation. Okay, going back to the work. I thought that was going to work. So, that's so
Fucking
hot.
belly button action there, my dude.
Some ladies came in and said that they wanted to reserve the patio, but the patio was in use. So they talked to the manager. I'm not sure if either A, the manager forgot to put them in, or B, they, came off as if they weren't going to come in, but decided to come in. So 15 ladies came in. Now, I set them by a section where we could actually find, seating for them. It took a little while because I debated with the manager a little bit on what would be the course of
I
action.
feel like we're going to start something new on the show. You tell a story, and then I'll retell it. Almost like a translated version.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. All right. So, sat them down, right? 2 of them. And then wrote down their name for their party. And then every time someone came in, now, noteworthy, these were, whenever you have people that are sitting together, let's say you have business people come in, and then someone comes in with a, suit and a case, you're going to ask them, are you part of this party? Because you're going to assume that they look the part for the group. And I don't want to make assumptions, but it's one of those things, I don't have all goddamn day to, ask them, blah, blah, you're sitting over here or not. So, 2 elderly black ladies are a part of this party, so I set them down. And then another elderly black lady comes in and asks them if she's part of the party. She says yes. So I walk over there. You know, customers love walking slow ass shit to the table. So it's just more voice my time every time. So this happens like 3 times. And eventually I start forgetting what the name of the party is. So then I'm like, oh, I think I know where it is. And I walk them over, and I just hope that no one gets mad. I'm assuming that they're part of this party, but they are. So it's really no big deal. So they all come separately. So I have to sit like... my other host sits like 2 of them, but I sit like 10 of them. So it's just like this back and forth. And none of them can just come at the same fucking time. So after this all goes down, they get the 15. They get another one. Okay, now they're up to 16. But luckily we have room. Then 3 of them come at once, like 20 minutes later, and say they're part of the party. And I'm thinking to myself, there's not enough room in the tables over there because we have 4 tables back to back, and each table holds 4 people. So then I have to like scoot out one of the tables this way so it like leans up, and move another table over there, and let the server know that she's getting another 3 other people. And all I can think to myself is like, man, that's gotta be a suck ass table to deal with because like it's got so many people and it's just kind of awkwardly paced. So this all goes down. They all probably spend about $300 on their meals.
Well, that's you said that was a low estimate, right?
I'd say that's a fair estimate, like a medium.
So basically, these ladies come in, 2 ladies. They go, they get seated, and then they're like, well, we have more people coming.
Yeah.
And they keep doing this to the point that this server is now dealing with a group of, what do you say?
Well, they start with
20?
like their 15, they said at first, but now it got 20.
They
yeah.
said there's 16 coming, 15 coming, and then they're like, well, there's 20 now. And then they order all their stuff, and if they all spent $15, it's like $300.
Yeah, around $300.
But you know they spent more than that.
Probably.
So this could be somewhere around $400 or $500. Adam, tell them how much of a tip they left the server.
Because I heard about this, because we had 2 different parties, so I was really confused if it was their party, because I didn't want to assume, because there's a hockey like fan group, and then there was the ladies group. And, you know,
Wait.
So, and I didn't like, okay, so, and I heard that one of the parties, you know, tipped $6 in total. Like, they all paid separately, but tipped $6. So, I thought to myself, well, either A, those hockey people that are sitting by the table were assholes, or B, those elderly ladies, you know, being jackasses. So it was the ladies, which I thought, that's just horrible, because I really wanted it to be the white people. So that it wouldn't seem racist, because they had a white server. So I'm not sure that had a play in anything, but it was just really weird. So they all paid separate too, which meant the server had to go and do like their checks individually, which would take more time. So you get the idea on that. So $6, 2% in total. Some of them didn't tip, from what I heard. So it's just like, that's just awful. Why the fuck would you just not even tip 10%?
So they and Adam, I'll ask you a simple question.
I don't want to read the chat right now. Okay,
it diverts. So they want us to kiss, lick each other. And then Casey wants to know if you'd make it in the porn industry.
Kissing, maybe for later. Let's save that for another podcast. Making porn industry. Man, I've looked into the standards just out of curiosity of what it would take for a male to enter the porn industry. And dude, it's not so much like...
Wait. Are you just Googling, like...
Well, this was like from a few like months ago when I looked into it.
Yeah,
like,
you were much more immature then, so it makes sense. You get older and you get...
Well, I'm not trying to like play it up. I was just like, you know,
curious.
No,
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I mean, things happen in 2 months.
Yeah.
What did you... So you just go to Google and just type in...
Well, you know, I was just like bored one day. I was looking into like the differences between what the standards would be for accepting a female into porn and a male. And the male, you know, you have to have like everything, you know, cleaned up, nice, obviously. Slightly larger package, unless you know like the right people. You have to be able to have perfect control over your penis, like in terms of when to nut and how long can you stay hard. So it's like all these like really harsh like upfront requirements, and I was like, man, that sounds pretty terrible, and like the pay is like pretty awful too. So it just seems like that combined with like the potential of getting sex diseases depending on like how agents work and stuff. It just sounds awful. So no,
But, dude,
for those reasons, and
you fully looked into this.
yeah, and then B, like, I don't know, my balls itch too much right now to even think about that. Obama
God.
third term.
This is a weird place. We hover like in this political questions, and then people are asking political questions, and then we're getting the porn questions.
So let's yeah, it's like really weird pacing. What the fuck, guys?
Yeah, guys, come on, get your shit together.
Get your shit together. So Obama. So if we're saying Obama third term, like Obama versus Hillary versus Trump, I mean, I might side with Obama on that one just because how much I hate both Hillary and Trump. I mean, I don't think a lot of change would happen, but like it probably wouldn't be any worse than what those two would do. So there's that. And then like the Republicans had control of Congress, so like Obama wouldn't get like even like a leg up unless, well, I mean, I guess he did overuse executive power over his office, even though he said he wouldn't. But I mean, probably wouldn't have done too much more. Probably would have just gone golfing a little bit. So, because, you know, all of our presidents just love fucking golf, like every fucking one of them for like the last few years. And like, I've come from a golfing family, so I get it's a cool sport and everything, but like,
What do you
get your shit together. Like,
what do you think about political porn?
political porn?
Yeah, somebody just asked that.
I mean, I've heard good things like Rule 34, Sarah Palin. I think that's kind of hot, but other than that, like, over 90% of, like, the United States
Casey, that's not how you spell category.
it's, like, old men. Like, really old-ass men that should just get out of office, go retire, maybe die, you know, get some fresh blood in there, because we're just going for an oligarchy at this point. It's kind of depressing.
What's your favorite category of porn? Or category? Category.
Favorite?
Yeah. Well, we kind of talked about this before we started. Tell them about the filtering process.
Well, let's go over some favorites. So, anytime, like, I like cartoon porn, not gonna lie. And anytime, like, it's like an oversized dick that just goes into, like, someone's body that, like, you actually see, like, the imprint of the dick in the chick, it's kind of hot, just because, you know, I mean, it's just getting really wrecked, and I think that's, pretty neat. But,
this podcast is not gonna make it much longer.
What do you mean?
Oh, Casey said, fuck you. Yeah, sorry, bud. I just meant to ask him about his category.
Oh, category. So, the process. You find porn that looks interesting by face value. You make like a big, you know, tab list of them.
Yeah.
Then you then go through the second interview process, I like to call it, where you check and see if it's actually looks good or not, and then you go for that process. Then you get like next X out. So it's kind of like, if you want to think about it a crazy way, it could be like The Bachelor, both porn. So like, you know, who gets the rose, and then you just like cut like half the cast in the first episode.
How long do you... So basically, Adam's explaining how he filters his porn selection. How long does it take you to go through? Like, what's a normal jerk-off session for you, time-wise?
Might be... well, I think a short one would be about 15 minutes. I can make it in 10 if I, you know, push it, but, like, 15 is pretty short. I used to go for, like, at least, like, almost an hour if I'm, like, filling up for it. But, like, I haven't done that in a while, so... the longest time I've done it was like 7 hours.
What do you think?
Really bored that day.
I got several questions before we leave this discussion here.
Mm-hmm.
What is the weirdest thing you've ever jerked off to?
Wait, did I ever show you that?
No.
It was on my old laptop. It was probably one of my most interesting, but also regrets. It was pretty depressing, actually. So, for starters, it was Japanese hentai. You know, that's a good start. And it was about this man. Okay, so let me just walk you through the story real quick. A man is looking for his wife. She's been missing for 6 months. So he goes and tries to find her. Finds this rich guy, you know, and while he finds the rich guy, and, you know, that's leading him to his wife, the rich guy's giving him a backstory of what's going on, and there's flashbacks. So the wife was apparently, sex deprived and was a super slut. She had like big ass dildos, like this big, and then she would just like put one in her pussy and one in her ass, like just on the daily. And then she ran into the rich guy that gave her the hookup for like some really kinky porn. I'm talking about like fucking a horse, fucking a dog, fucking a circus bear, all that shit. So this slowly gets more and more morbid as it goes, where the husband finally finds the wife as she gets her like big ass titties, like with vagina tits, getting fucked by 2 horses. And then afterwards, while she's pregnant, by the way, with a horse, after having a modified horse uterus and anus, gets double prided by a probably oversized horse with 2 obviously oversized penises. So she's getting thrusted, and while she's being fucked, then she gives birth. All while saying she loves that, and she wanted her husband to watch her do this. And then the husband hangs himself, and you just see at the very end the silhouette of the husband while she
maybe that's
is just on all fours.
Well, I think the thing is though that you're missing there. Maybe that's what he wanted.
No, he was crying. He was like
maybe that's what he liked.
Mentally destroyed.
Maybe that's what he liked. He's like, I want my women to do those things
and then kill himself afterwards.
Yeah, and cry.
That's the fucked up most fucked up I've ever
said
seen.
this isn't porn. So wait, you actually jerked off for that though?
Yeah, I mean,
to completion?
Man, it took me an hour to find like a translated version of that on the internet. I'm not gonna lie. This was like a few years ago. It's still on my old MacBook, so if I ever get that charged up, I could.
You could get back in there. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I know where you can actually see like a little bit of what the guys like, because the person that made it has made a few things of that sorts. I could show you a more tame version of like a flash animation of sorts off a website to give you an idea.
That's
of what
fantastic.
Like. Yeah.
Are you? We're gonna get away from this subject before. We got one more question before we get.
Shit. Okay.
One more question before we get banned on YouTube. Where is the weirdest place you've ever jerked off? Or here, I have one question for you too. Those times you spent the night at Casey's house, have you ever jerked off in his bathroom?
No. So I'm thinking of 3 places. One, I think I jerked off in my car once. Another time was when I was jerking off at my parents' old place in the guest bedroom, which was really weird because like
Why
I had
is
to
that
put
weird?
down. Well, I had like a bunch of the family, like my parents' like children photos. So I had to put them face down, so I didn't really feel comfortable jerking off in that room with like watching, basically the children version of my parents watching. It was just like different levels of weird. So
I think it's great that your parents decorate the room and their children photos.
One time my grandparents, and another time on a family reunion like trip.
Wait, one time on your grandparents?
Well, no, at my grandparents' house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You better rephrase that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So, and the time, which might be the weirdest, was on. I used the Wii, like the actual Nintendo Wii, to use as porn, and I used that while at a family reunion while they're all playing volleyball on Saturday morning, and I just jack off in the room. It took me like fucking forever to get it set up too, and like it was.
What do you mean by set up?
Well, I had to get like the Wii set up to like the DVD player or to the TV.
Mm-hmm.
I had to time things out. I had to load it because the internet was both slow and the Wii was laggy. So it was like a real big effort, and I had like a flip phone at the time.
I think that's what Nintendo wants you to do with their products, though, for sure. For sure.
It'd be kind of hot.
Dude, speaking of that, did you hear Wii Shop's going away?
What?
Yeah, they're going to get rid of it. You can transfer your stuff over to the Wii U, but who the fuck uses the Wii U?
Wait, how long do we have till that?
To transfer stuff over, I think it's like February.
No, Mike, do they still have like the Wii?
Yeah, you can still buy stuff, but you gotta, if you want to get it off of there, you gotta do it soon.
Okay, I'm gonna have to do that soon.
It feels weird, like we're getting old as fuck, because the Wii is what, 11 years old now?
Oh,
12 years old?
I mean, with the Wii U basically being a semi-fail of sorts, because it definitely didn't reach the predecessor that it should have. It feels like it's like an XP Vista situation where we're looking at good old Switch as the like Windows 7.
Casey said it's going to be like the Switch. It won't have games. Do you want to dispute that? Games? Yeah, the Switch has tons of games.
The Switch has a few games, but it doesn't have like. Well, I mean, I guess it has some decent like main titles, but
I think Casey's a little bitch.
My issue with the Switch is that fucking Apple is using up all the fucking parts, and they're like the manufacturers overseas, so that we can't actually get more Switches out.
They just like a few days ago that all the stores are like full of them now.
They are? Okay.
Yeah,
and that like
they've met price demand. Yeah.
Okay, I'll look into that with passion.
Garrett, we're talking about games, dude. You're the one that went all political and porn on us, okay, man?
Ban him. Is Adam on a watch list? Maybe. I mean, if
it
was,
Garrett.
I don't know.
Thank you, Garrett. I've been playing the Vita here recently, though. That's the weird one. Playing the Vita a lot more. Picked up, might actually be over here somewhere.
Oh, I think it's up there, right there, and yeah, I see the Vita. No. See that gray thing?
No, dude, this is definitely the Vita. Yep. I've been playing this a lot. I've been playing Odin Spear. It's kind of like a remake of some these Japanese dudes made this game for the Saturn. And hold on, you guys keep your shit so dirty. I gotta keep approving these. Porn video games. There's a few of those. I know that. You ever played any of those?
More than like
the games you don't want to tell your friends about.
Yeah, quite a few. Oh shit! I thought that was the Saturn game you were talking about.
No, it's somewhere over here. Let's see.
No, let's find it.
There's Freedom Wars. Oh, there it is.
Ooh,
it's pretty good. It's like a beat 'em up platformer. You run, you jump, and you hit shit. Came out about a year ago. It got super rare. Like, it was supposed to be one of the rarest video games, and then GameStop did that bullshit where they either are hoarding the games and then release them all at once, or reprinted them. I'm not sure what they did, but I bought that from GameStop. It's fucking amazing. Any of their games. What is their? Okay. You got Atlas, but I can't. Vanilla. Their name's not even fucking on here. I don't know. I don't know their name. Something like Vanilla or some shit. They. These are my dad's sunglasses.
Dad glasses.
My dad's glasses. They're. Because I needed sunglasses for this stupid YouTube video I'm working on today. And so he was the only one in the house that had fucking sunglasses. What are you doing? You're grabbing your... Right now, Adam's grabbing his belly.
Yeah, with the food.
Kind of squeezing it. Making it look like a talk. Making your belly button talk. So, yeah, I've been playing Odin Sphere and a little bit of Destiny. Yep. What kind of games you been playing, Adam? You been playing games?
I haven't done that in a while. I played a little bit of Wii Sports recently.
What the fuck? Wii Sports?
It's a really good fun party game.
It is, but... It's
pretty competitive, you know. It's,
pretty fucking competitive. Especially boxing.
Oh, man, that shit... So fucking hard. It's like,
what's your favorite one on there?
I'd say bowling's pretty fun. Like, because it's fairly quick paced.
You know what's really weird? Me and Adam, we can talk about shitting our pants. Well, I can talk about shitting my pants. He talks about his weird porn and the weird places he jerked off. Somehow those conversations are more... okay, they're less awkward and more genuine than actual talking about video games.
Well, let's see. I don't know. I just haven't really found the time to... Or rather, the passion to, like, play more on video games. If I get my laptop fixed up, I might get a little more into like a Steam situation where I get good, but then I have to get good at using a keyboard, which that means gotta take effort and like.
You could be like Casey and not want to learn because you're an idiot.
Yeah, I mean, I could do that.
Where did my other glasses go? I can't see shit right now.
I definitely don't have them in my hand. Definitely not over here. Nope.
Shit. I can't read. Oh, it's so much brighter.
Oh, really?
What did they say? We got cups. Freedom Wars, huh? That's more games than the Switch has.
Why have they made a game about Obama's third term? Okay.
What does he think the sexiest video game character? What do you think the sexiest video game character is?
I mean, what do you think the sexiest video game character is?
I don't know.
I mean,
That's a hard one, dude. I never thought about that. I got a weird story for you.
I mean, Ditto probably is.
So when I was little,
Yeah.
this was back when I first got some fighting game. I don't remember, something on the N64. It was a fighting game, and if I would choose like a girl character,
Yeah.
and I would let the AI beat her up, so she would just be like, and as a child, that would fucking get me going.
Yeah, the sounds pretty sexy, but I feel like you have to kind of close your eyes.
Yeah, you got
So
this imagination, dude. Back before you had like access to internet porn, do you remember that time? Do you
Those were
remember?
dark times?
Well, no, like I feel like we had more imagination when it come to jerking off.
Yeah, I mean, you had to put more effort.
One time, because my grandma had a P.O. box, we had to go to the post office to get her mail. And one time, there was this table where you just throw down all of your mail you don't want, which is usually junk mail. Someone comes recycle it. And I found a Victoria's Secrets catalog there. This was like the late 90s, so I was a young boy. But you best believe I hid that shit underneath the couch, and that was my go-to for a long time. And there's nothing in there. There's just women in underwear, but that's all it took. But now it's weird. Sometimes do you ever watch some weird stuff? Then when it's off and you're done, you feel ashamed of yourself. You're like, why did I do this?
Oh, I went through that stretch for like a long, long time, and now it's just come to me so often that it just mellows into like, yeah, I'll have to regret. Like,
That makes no sense.
regrets kind of just died out.
Your regrets died out?
Yeah, so like,
No regrets.
that shame happens
Yeah.
so often that it actually just lost the punch after a while. So then it's kind of like I'm like, whatever at this point. Like, I've kind of come to terms with
it. Derek asked, would Adam grow his mustache for $10?
There's not a lot to grow, but
It's pretty thicker than mine. That's what she said.
yeah. No, not
You got
for
a decent
$10.
mustache. Don't take their shit.
No, it's cool. I
You
mean,
got a good one.
not for 10. No,
Not for 10.
not for 10.
What's a? Derek wants to know what's a good amount.
Because I'm pretty sure I have to shave for Evan Bob's, so...
Oh, you can't have facial hair and that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of skim on that a little bit, but like, so... Yeah, you're gonna have to pay
Dude,
me
the
more for
glare's
that.
too real. You guys can't see my grandma. That's the lady I went to the post office with and stole a magazine and jerked off for the whole summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I want to play Cuphead. That's that new game that came out. Have you heard about that?
No.
Cuphead's this weird animated thing. I want to play it so bad, but I don't even know how much it is. I haven't. Fuck, dude. My grandma won't stay up there. Dude, you just full on got your belly out there. He's doing a weird taco thing with it right
I mean,
now.
you were doing like that like 20 minutes ago.
I was. It was great.
Yeah, it's kind of hot. You know? It's like, it should be just belly buddies.
Yeah, dude, does your belly button ever stink?
I mean, do you just like go like that and you smell it? Or?
Yeah. Dude, I mean, you gotta get in there deeper.
I mean, it's been a while since I checked on that, so that's a good thing to check on.
What do you say? Can you please step into the mic? Yeah, step into the mic, Adam.
No.
Are they trying to get us to kiss?
Maybe.
Well, no, you gotta come a little bit closer, though. Here, I'll turn the gain up a little bit. Well, don't scream, because the gain's high now. Don't yell in general. I would give you $10 for your grandma's pig.
Wait, no, hold on.
I'll give you 10.
Oh. shit.
Nah, I'm gonna keep it.
What's with you guys and $10?
Yeah, dude, you broke fucks.
Broke ass motherfucker.
Can you guys hear Adam well? Or is it... Adam's just leaving the mic this one. They said $20.
Ooh, stepping up.
Damn, dude, you're doubling it now. Shit.
Double down.
Shit.
We're gonna need.
What are you gonna do with it? That's the question.
Yeah, that sounds. Good question to have.
What are you gonna do with it?
Well, yeah, what would you use that for?
Because I don't.
I mean, I definitely. What would I do with that picture? I'd probably just put it next to the other stuff I have on my shelf and then not look at it.
Kind of come close to the mic. I'll back up so it's not like we're kissing.
Oh, yeah, because that'd be a little too hot and sexy. A little steamy action.
We're kind of sharing a mic right now. It's kind of a ghetto setup.
Just kind of kinky in the way, you know what I mean?
Give it to Adam for his 7-hour masturbation sessions. Did you really do that for 7 hours? Like continuously?
Well,
how raw was your dick?
Was it 4 hours or was it? Hold on. Let me retract that statement for a moment. So, it was 5 hours, and then I took a break, and the next day it was 2. So within.
What? So that was 5 hours and a 2 hour, not 7.
No, actually, now I think about it. This was so long ago, so we were trying to think about pin down the time. So it was like 5.5 to 6, and the next day was 2. So within the 5.5 and 6.
Still insane.
Yeah,
I went off. I
went 5 times.
Are you watching like full porn movies? That's like
no, like
12 porn movies.
Nah, so you gotta hit a lot of different spots, like different. Yeah, so you gotta make sure you keep the rhythm going and whatnot. I went off 5 times that day, and then the next day I went off 2. So I almost got 7 in a day, which, we have a friend that went 7 a day once, so I couldn't beat that record technically, so
who
kind of felt
7
bad.
in once in a day? I don't know who would do that.
I don't know,
That's
but he
an
kind of
animal.
smells like a little PO smell to him. You know, you like give him a sniff and you're like, ew, PU.
But whoever it was, though, had a very generous dog that would always help him clean up, too.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Do you want to tell Casey's story for him?
Yeah, so Casey's story is, I'm not sure, are we allowed to talk about bestiality on tape?
No, we don't need to.
Okay.
That's Casey's story to tell.
Yeah.
I can't see what does he say? Ask Adam what he would do if he won $1 million. Like how to explain what he would do with every dollar.
$1 million.
Casey, are you trying to make me kill myself?
Alright, first I'd Google into it, like,
You Google into it?
Well, here's the thing. If I got $1 million,
What does that mean?
like, it depends on the way that I'd receive the $1 million. So if I got it and I could put it in my bank account, that means I'm gonna get most of it's gonna go to taxes. So
Okay.
I don't want that because
Would you
obviously it's
invest
a
it?
fucking yeah. So I'm gonna look into ways to launder the money in if I can.
You could do... Well, how long you plan it? Because you could do Roth IRAs if you're going to keep it in there for a while.
Yeah.
And that shit grows crazy fast. And you only pay taxes initially.
I mean,
You pay zero tax on growth.
So I was thinking about doing something like that, possibly smuggling into a drug operation and just get like a substantial.
Smuggling into a drug operation?
Yeah, so like you make a
What
drug
kind of drug?
operation like with weed and like in the.
It's like
area.
opposite laundering of money. You get $1 million, and he's like, "Let me
Then,
make
then
this
you
dirty."
make more money, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then when you make the more money, then you can use that to like benefit the community and stuff. Like, so I don't only go for like the weed market.
Of course,
not, like,
that's
for,
what all drug dealers do.
Yeah. So then you do that, get substantial income. Put most of the money into pulling for college. Also help your
You're a
parents
fucking
for,
businessman.
Retire and then maybe open up a few orphanages and
You're fucking generous too.
yeah, just work with that. Yeah,
Not only are you fucking gangster as shit
with a few savings. Yeah.
with the drug operation, but you're also opening orphanages.
help fund that. Because I feel like...
Would
just
you
having
give
money-
them employment with the drug operations?
I feel like looking into lower income schools and like make sure they have proper school supplies and like good brother sister programs so they can aspire and be the best person they can be. I mean, just look into different options of how we can make that fundraisers and stuff to bring continuous growth to environments.
We've kind of made a financial turn on this, and I kind of like Casey's question. How would you explain a 401k? What exactly goes on in a 401k?
Okay. So, for the most part, I forget. But from my understanding, it's one of those job situations that if you put enough hours into it, then you get offered to do that, and then you just put money into the 401k while you're working your job. And it's a good investment
Garrett,
if you can work at it long term, but otherwise it's shit.
Garrett, this podcast has become some crazy monster I can't fucking even control right now. So I'm just riding the wave, dude.
Let me look up what a 401k is.
Adam's looking it up for you. Yeah. Look it up and make Galaxy say.
Yeah, I'll put a little spin on it. Don't you worry. But what is?
Do you want me to talk about Cuphead? I'll talk about Cuphead, dude. It's this fucking. What is it? What is that person under there? It says, "Should I invest in a 401k now or later?" Who is that? Who is? Jesus Christ! It is so bright in here. Who said that? This is. Who is that?
Wait. The tits beard season.
Tis the beard season.
Should I invest in a 401k now?
How perverted is your mind that you immediately read "tis the beard season"?
Oh, okay. Look. Oh, maybe I'm dyslexic.
Tits and beard. That's a weird fucking combo too, man.
Here's it. It goes TIST. So if you switch the S in the
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, no, for sure.
Well,
that was weird though, because I had pictured a bearded lady with fucking tits.
It's kind of hot. So it depends on where you are with your employment. I imagine if you're in a stable job, you can see yourself working next 20 years. It's probably worth your time. But if you can't see yourself working that long, and if you have better options ahead of you, it's probably not a good idea. So a 401k is a retirement savings plan sponsored by an employer. It lets the worker save and invest a piece of their paycheck before taxes are taken out. Taxes aren't paid until the money is withdrawn from the account. So it's one of those kind of reminds me of like a union like charge that just kind of continues, but like that.
What's a union charge?
Like if you ever work at a place that has a union, like you have the option of joining the union for like a charge, but instead of charging it for a union,
I know what a union is.
Yeah,
I thought like it was something else. I don't know.
No, that's cool. Oh, my dealer friend texted me back.
His dealer friend. What is he dealing?
No, he's got 2 questions for me, and he wants me to say it's okay if I can answer the 2 questions. So I'll get back to him.
What 2 questions?
I don't know. He hasn't.
Is he watching the stream right now?
No.
What 2 questions?
All right, I'll go ask. You know what? Yeah, let's make the 2 questions and then bring out the stream.
I gotta fucking piss.
What are they?
All right, be right back. Don't do anything.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna go pee real quick.
We can go solo for a minute.
Yeah, go solo for a second. We can talk about. Actually, just what do you guys want Adam to talk about? Because I'm sure whatever it is, he'll not answer it. And
I mean, I'm not like Ryan or anything.
no, I'm just kidding. Shit, there's cords here. Oh.
Yeah, nice. Ooh, yeah, get that ass in my face, boy.
Oh, you're welcome, dude.
Yeah. Okay, 9/11. That's good.
Also, Adam, that handgun is definitely loaded. Don't put that in your mouth.
So tempting.
Dude,
Honestly,
please
I was
don't.
so.
American flag. I'm begging you right now. Don't.
Oh man, because I felt like I could have killed myself that time. That would have been maybe bliss.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna take it with me. Don't. Shit.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. So.
Oh fuck.
Shit.
What is this turned into?
So,
this
alright,
is a fucking train wreck.
9/11. No, it's gonna be okay, man. So 9/11. I think it's actually an inside job. Because hear me out. There was a second explosion after the plane hit, like an hour after. There was reports under the wire that a week before 9/11 happened, that the twin buildings were under construction and no one could go in except for government employees and all this stuff. And of course, the fourth plane never got to the White House, but all other three planes got to their destination. And the government cleaned up the the wreckage of nearby the Pentagon and whatnot, and just like all this other stuff. And like, I hate saying the meme, but steel beams melt at 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Jet fuel only gets up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, of course, you could say, well, what about the impact of the plane without having any effect on the steel beams? That's a possibility with friction and whatnot, but I would really doubt that at the speed that the plane would be going would be able to generate that enough friction when the steel beams were melted off by photo evidence, and when the scientists were asked, or people were actually like, can we make a simulation on this? That was a really shitty simulation. So it just seems like there's so many loose ends on this, and all to start a war so that we could, go to the Middle East, shoot some people so we can lower oil prices for our overseas market, so that they won't dip in our market. So
Casey, fuck off. First of all, Casey, fuck off for that. I'm not even approving that question.
I didn't even read it. So
Adam, yeah, don't even read that.
God, Casey, no.
Casey,
get the fuck out of here with that shit. God,
that's immature, dude.
Yeah, like, we gotta draw a line at some points. Like, that's disgusting.
Drawing lines, like the guys that make.
Of course not. God.
Oh Jesus! I am so
okay.
not.
So we have tis the season. Walked into Hall Sports. You
mean
sex.
tits and beard?
Yeah. Would you join them? Your family's there. Ooh, family's there. That's
Whose family's there?
Wait, is my family the porn stars, or I'm joking? So it depends on what family, and depends if I'm in a relationship. I feel like if I wasn't in a relationship and my family was there, I'd slip them my phone number and then see where that goes. But I'm definitely not going to plow a porn star in front of my family. If anything, I'm going to ask why my family is in the facility of watching two porn stars going at it. Might be taking that question a little too literally, but it's whatever. Oh.
You keep going. We're still going live.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh boy. What is up? Oh yeah. Have you been Steak and Shake recently?
It's been no.
No. It's a damn shame. What were we about to talk about beforehand?
Hold on, let me see.
I feel like an interesting topic.
There we go. I assess the issues.
Alright, cool. Alright.
Okay, do you want to read that?
Alright, so answer my two questions. We need to look at the tis the beard season's two questions, because
go ahead and just ask them again.
We can scroll up real quick, right?
Yeah, we'll scroll up, I guess.
I mean, why make the guy work for it?
Wait, where's this question even at? Should I invest in a 401k
well,
now
yeah,
or later?
yeah. Okay, so 401k, it really depends on where you're with your employment. If you feel good about it and feel like you're going to work at that place for a while, it's worth your while to get a 401k. But if you don't, then, I would hold off on that until you're in a better job position. If you're young, it's really not worth your time right now. You want to make sure you get like a good job that has the money to make those ends. If you're older, then shoot, go for it. I mean,
Adam, what's the craziest conspiracy theory you believe in?
Oh shit, it's not on there? That's a good question.
No,
Oh,
it's not.
I mean, the only real conspiracy theory I can think of off the top of my head is technically the 9/11 one. That was like an inside job, but
Talk closer to it. You're fine.
9/11 being an inside job. Is there
So
a
you
crazier
believe that?
one? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, also, I think there is maybe not something exactly like
What's
the Illuminati.
One piece of evidence that makes you think that 9/11 was.
All right, so just to recap, because I mentioned this on
Oh, I missed this.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it's cool. So, okay, so there's 4 planes that happened on 9/11. 2 went to the Twin Towers.
Oh,
one
wait,
went to the Pentagon.
wait.
Oh, what's up?
My question's on his phone.
Oh shit! You are actually on the stream.
How did he know about this?
My phone. Okay, so I'm looking at this. I don't see anything on my phone. I see 2 questions for you, bro. I know where to get this. I mean, is this Nate? Or, Okay, I see something on, Seaman's, text saying, tell me where you live. Or, you are live. Oh, when you are. Oh. I don't see any questions. Are you sure you're talking my phone?
Where do you
Or is
live?
it your phone?
It's not my phone. Unless it is. No, I don't have anything.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't have my number, man. I'm sorry. It's kind of awkward. But you made me check, and if that was to make me check, good on you, mate. Got me. Okay, so back in 9/11. So the 4 planes, one was going to go to the White House, So, and there's actually a few other points I forgot to mention. Jet fuel can't melt steel beams. I know it's a meme, right? But here's the thing: it doesn't melt above 500 degrees Fahrenheit. But the steel beams were clearly melted, and it takes up to 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit. So there's also reports that, hidden reports, by the way, that the government officials were looking in the building a week before this actually happened. There's a second explosion an hour after this, after the planes crashed. The 4th plane never got to motherfucking White House. It crash landed in Pennsylvania. Of course, they had the White House. It's an inside job. There's also aspects of whenever airplane, because I went to aviation class and whatnot, and they had to report back to the fucking airport every 5 to 10 minutes. There's constant communication between the pilots on autopilot and the stations that they're going to. So if they went off course, which it would take them about 40 to 50 minutes to go off course, to go to, loop around and go to the Twin Towers and stuff, they would be immediately notified to the airport, and then have the nearby Air Force base, escort them. But there's no escorting. It just happened out of nowhere. There's no oversight, but there was oversight.
What happened at Sandy Hook?
Say right now?
What happened at Sandy Hook?
Is that a question I have? Or,
yeah. What do you think really happened at Sandy Hook?
I'm not really familiar with that. I'm gonna get that quick Google. And then devise a.
Just read it. Whatever you Google, whatever Google brings out, read it out loud, okay? Adam right now is looking on his phone.
Jesus Christ. Okay, Sandy Hook to Trump. Let's not conspiracy theorist. I'm gonna look at Wiki, because I feel like Wiki is both the fairly non-biased and good general information. Okay, so is it okay if we talk about an elementary school shooting? Since Casey seems to have a really big fixation of kids right now for some reason. Alright, well, I'll breeze through it real quick and see what we got. Oh, wow, 20-year-old named Adam Lanza, shot 20 children from 6 and 7 years old, killed them. As well as 6 adult staff members. Yeah, that's depressing. And committed suicide and shoot himself in the head. All in December 2012.
Yeah, dude, video games are a lot of fun. I play them a lot. Right now I'm playing Destiny and want to play Cuphead. And I'm playing Odin Spear on the Vita. I really enjoy it.
Oh, is this the guy that stole his mom's gun and then went haywire in Connecticut a while back? Yeah, it's that one.
I like how that's that's the kid that stole his mom's guns, not the guy that killed all the children.
Well, no, but he stole because his mom's gun, because he was jealous of his mom being his teacher and stuff, and then. I couldn't remember which school shooting, because there was a few of those in the past, and I was trying to figure out which one was this one's specifically about.
So we're gonna. What do you think about Project Northwoods?
Wow, I'm really out of the loop right now.
You gonna Google that one too?
Yeah. Just
You guys better get your questions in. We got like maybe 15 minutes more, Adam. We'll call this
Operation. Goddamn. Wikipedia says.
What's your thoughts?
March 1962.
Make sure you're talking the mic.
Operation Northwoods was a proposed false flag operation against the Cuban government that originated within the U.S. Department of Defense, DoD, and the Joint Chiefs of Staff
I feel like I'm on
of the
NPR
United States
right now.
government in 1962.
Adam,
The proposals.
quick question: you have had quite the most interesting dating situations I've ever heard of, or.
I mean, are you talking about the time I hooked up, or?
Yeah, dude. Will you tell us the story of the time you like went to a lady's house and you played video games with her son? Did you guys even hook up, or did you just hang out?
So.
Or you just babysit her kid, or what?
This was back when I was going to C-State, and we met up online, met up with her. She was thick.
She hot? As thick as in fat, or?
Well, a bit of both.
Bit of both.
Yeah. Red hair and whatnot. And I was like, yeah, sure, because I was going to go to a party afterwards, so I was like kind of double booking myself. And, show up there around like 10 o'clock-ish. So I was figuring that because she has like a 1-year-old and like a 2-year-old. So I already knew it was kind of like a weird situation. Then found out, like I said, like, hey, are you like alone? So like, some one-on-one time. So she wasn't alone. She was with her.
So she lied to you?
Yeah. And then, yeah. And she was also, not living by herself. She lived with her 2 kids and her ex-husband, or soon-to-be ex-husband.
What?
That was working at a night job. Yeah, so it was like some...
Dude, you showed up... That lady was not divorcing... You never told me this part of the story.
Maybe I skimmed over that because it just seemed like kind of bullshit. And so... She was
not...
There.
You went to a guy's house...
Yeah.
That was married to a lady...
Yeah, but they were seeing other people at times. No.
You didn't? Okay.
So I was going to, I wasn't even like hang up on hooking up. I was mostly just wanting to play some fucking Saints or GTA 5 or some Saints Row. Because I was like, I haven't played the game in a while, so it's hella fun, just not even playing much, just stealing a car, shooting some random people on the street, beating with a bat.
How old was he?
It's like a 2-year-old, and all he was doing was spinning around on fucking Minecraft on a PS4. And it was going on for a few hours, and the guy threw away my cookie that I offered him twice, because, I just brought cookies over to be nice. And it was just like a shitty-ass kid.
You took cookies to a hookup?
Yeah. Because, I wanted a snack. And, so...
Where was she at while all this was going on?
Oh, she was hanging out with us in the freaking living room and whatnot. And, like...
Was she hot?
Not
you got
really.
pics or anything?
Not really. I mean, she had nice titties and whatnot.
She had nice titties. Did you see the titties?
No. And then, like, she's, like, in his anal and stuff like that, so I was like, I'm down for that. And then, like, finally puts the kid to bed, like, around fucking midnight. And at that point, I'm like, I got, like, other things to go into. And she was kind of, like, upset that, like, I was leaving and stuff. But before this all happened, like, that wasn't just the first red flag. What I was really kind of mad about was, like, okay, if you have a kid, like, before your age of 19, because she was 19 at the time, I was, like, 21, I was like, sure, you had a kid, you just gotta raise a kid, choose if that's how you want to do it. She had 2 kids, so I was like, you don't make it that kind of mistake twice. Like, that's a dumbass thing to do. So she also got herself a nice ass dog. Like, I love that fucking dog. Like, that dog actually made that evening bearable. But she put down $2,000 for that dog and also fucked up her credit. She also bought like unnecessary shit while she's also short on cash. So it's like, bad spending habits are just like a really big turnoff for me. I know it's just off topic, but like...
So the anal had gotten you, the titties got you, but the bad spending was like a no-go.
I feel like just all the red flags were popping up. I was just not really about it. I told her that, like, just not doing this, and then she like kind of begged me to, like, give her another chance and whatnot after I like left and like text her about it, because I was gonna make a scene. while she was there. The fucking kid kept waking up from his fucking bed too, like for like 20 minutes before I left. So I was like, at that point, like, this isn't going anywhere. Like, I couldn't remotely even see like either a future, and like I didn't want to be a hookup and like never talk to her again because I felt like that would be rude. So at that point, I was like, just cut the cord and just walk out on whatever that was. Because man, I really was looking forward to GTA 5. Really, honestly, I was kind of like just pissed off because it's like, why is this bratty ass kid staying up this late? And I didn't say it like that to her face, like, you sure he doesn't need sleep? Like, she's like, well, he doesn't actually get very good sleep if he doesn't go to bed in a later time. I'll think to myself, you're just a shitty ass parent. They're like, can't get your kid to have like a decent like Serica cycle. What was that called again? Circum cycle, where like you have a decent like sleep wake cycle throughout the day.
Circumcised?
No, it's not. But no, whatever. So, really like that dog though. It's like a cat dog. It was so good. It was like a little Japanese little toy dog. Love that dog.
What?
Yeah.
Do you think is the weirdest place you've had sex?
In the front passenger seat of my car. Next question.
What, was this recently?
No, that was like a few months ago.
With the current girlfriend? Oh. Cocked and loaded.
More ways than one.
Casey, what the fuck are these questions? Look at the other one that's asking to get approval.
Oh, deflation. I can't quite read that for some reason. Casey, maybe you should ask something that wouldn't be controversial even for South Park.
Did your
dealer
friend, weed guy?
No, because like, let me tell you the times that like it's like, hey, he's like, yo, 2 questions, bro, and then like this was like at 12:49 or 12:59 a.m. And it's like, I'll let you know when you get this, okay? And I was like, 1:05, and you know I didn't reply back immediately because you know my phone was on silent. I texted him back at 1:50. It's been only 18 minutes, so maybe he went to bed, maybe did something else, but I don't know.
Drug dealers are weird.
He's a nice guy though.
Nice guy.
No, he's a really sweet guy.
He's a sweetheart.
Yeah, hopefully he gets me that fourth sometime, because
get you a fort.
No, so I bought a fourth off him and like got pulled over, so then he's gonna reimburse me later. But you know he's got to pay off.
Wait. Please tell us a story about you getting pulled over.
Oh no, he got pulled over with the weed that he was gonna deliver to me.
And you already paid him for it?
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever gonna give you the weed.
He's a nice guy, but you know we'll work into that when that comes.
Has he fucked you over before?
No.
He got pulled over and got the weed taken. Why did you give him money beforehand?
Because it was going to deliver to my apartment, and I was being really lazy that night.
And he said did he come to your apartment anyways?
He came to the apartment for the money, and then
he came to the apartment for the money.
But then he had to go back to because he went through his second guy. And the second guy was being, a dick and whatnot. So it's like this elongated process lasted all the way to fucking 4 a.m. And so yeah, I should get a fort sometime.
Dude, I think he fucked you over. How long ago was this?
It's about like 2 weeks ago. So
okay.
Yeah.
Casey wants to know what's your views on The Wall. Clearly the Pink Floyd album.
Yeah, obviously Pink Floyd. I mean, I think he's just being another brick, to be honest.
Oh.
Ooh.
How tall do you think The Wall should be? Do you think The Wall is a good idea for Mexico?
There's just so many ways around it. Like, is the wall going to go over towards like the water? Like, how much it's going to cost to like maintain and like what were like the budget spending options?
What are your views on police brutality?
It's really weird because let's work our way up to police brutality, because I don't like it, but there's certain instances where it should be considered to be applied, and it's one that's really
how do you feel about the Hyperloop?
Well, let's get back to the Hyperloop in a second. So,
Uh-huh.
cops going after people based on discrimination is generally wrong. But at the same time, whenever someone is in that area and dressed a certain way, if you're dressed like a thug and you're like in a thuggish area, and then like you act up in front of a police officer, there's going to be repercussions for that. And I don't like be like, don't do this, but like, and like limit people's freedoms, but maybe not dress like an asshole on the streets. Food for thought on that. Now, the Hyperloop, that idea has been thrown around a few times for, again, like a train that we can drive from Columbus, or right from Columbus to Chicago within like 45 minutes or something.
Damn.
I think that's a cool idea, but like, it might take a while.
Like
to
a
get
bullet
online.
train thing?
Yeah.
Damn.
And then it also would take Columbus to like Pennsylvania, I'm pretty sure, like Philly. So, and then like, those are in the process, but like it depends on how much it costs for tax dollars. And
so, how do you think? What are your views on the Prophet Muhammad? Praise be upon his name. Allahu Akbar, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
So, that's gonna get a lot of hate. So, what I've looked into, what I've heard, is, for starters, he condoned slavery. He married like a 9-year-old.
Yeah,
and then
but
had sex with her at like 13 while he was like in
I was
his
say
30s.
he didn't sleep with her till he was in his. He was like in his 60s, I believe.
Well, I know he like slept with her when she was like 13, but he married her when she
was 9.
Was 9.
At least he waited though.
Yeah, I don't know. And then like the multiple wives saying like the not showing his face, and I feel like there's just so much weird controversy. Like, I mean, Jesus was like possibly went with a prostitute. Like, there's been like, well,
Mary Magdalene?
Yeah, Mary Magdalene. Like, there's been like lines that they said like that's a possibility. Like,
yeah, but the
like
difference is that shit's written in the. Well, I guess you could say.
Like, at most, Jesus was like a hippie, like, and like not to shit on the guy, but like kind of hippie, but like Muhammad, it's like spread Islam like through like conquest and stuff. Like, no one needs any more like religious conquest. Like, so that shit should be behind
Garrett
us.
Wants to know what's your views on Dennis Rodman going to North Korea?
Haven't heard about it. Hope he doesn't die or get captured.
Who is Dennis Rodman? Well, before you Google it, if you had to guess what he is, what would you guess Dennis Rodman is?
Is he from look, the only Dennis that's really popped in my mind right now, to be perfectly honest, is fucking Sunny in Philadelphia. Is he an actor?
Yeah. Danny DeVito?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is he actually the same?
Yeah.
Danny? Oh my god. He's going to get murdered.
You think so?
God, I mean, I imagine he's a smart guy, but I just can't imagine him past his persona in the show. I mean,
for sure.
God's win to him, but I'm not sure how long that's.
How would you deal with Aleppo? The crisis in Aleppo. Casey wants to know.
Isn't that the place that had? No, I'm thinking Pompeii. I'm not sure what's going on. I mean, I honestly I give a shit to look into. Because look, I know that within the span of this conversation, there's been several children have died of hunger. Several women, people overdosing, and all this other stuff. So I don't like to look into like world politics. So I just know that it's just all shit out there. So like, why would I need to know about the shit in the world if I'm not gonna make a contribution to it? It's just like more negativity than any in my life. But I'll look into it for your sake and get woke on the subjects of things that make me depressed.
Pompeii.
Oh, Syria. That's a good start.
So do you think Casey also wants to know, do you think dog fighting should be illegal?
Are we sure this is actually Casey on that report and not what was that guy that got arrested for dogfighting that was in the NFL a while back?
I don't know. I don't know who would do that.
But anyways, no.
Brady?
What?
Yeah, Brady.
No, it wasn't Brady. It was
Yeah, no. Brady's a piece of shit. He'd do that.
You probably do it, but I'm trying to think of someone else. It was It wasn't Ray Rice. It was
Manning?
No, it wasn't like a major hit. It was just like a guy that was just like known as an asshole, like dog fights. No, years ago. Well, anyways,
I don't know who would do that. In case you said, it was Brady.
What was Brady?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking. No, it was Michael Vick. Yes, thank you, Garrett. Thank you, Jesus Christ. Yeah, cliche Michael Vick.
That's weird. I thought Michael Vick's cousin did it. I never knew he did it.
So, knowing the dog fighting, I like Pokemon, though, so it's kind of like a double-edged sword, so...
Yeah. Dog fighting Pokemon makes sense.
Yeah, just my Puchia against your, little pup.
What, does he think being black should be legal? Casey wants to know.
Casey, what are you... Are you just, like, thinking of, like, the worst questions you can possibly ask? Like, I don't... Obviously, being black should be legal. I feel that one lady that's being trans black, that's trying to, like, work her way into, like, the black community.
What is her name?
I don't know. Like, I just feel like she's full of shit.
Condoleezza Rice?
No, she... That's a politician. I'm talking...
Condoleezza Rice.
Yeah. Actually, Condoleezza Rice went to my high school for, like, a speech once before...
Speaking of Rice, what do you think about Ray Rice?
You know... I'm more of an Uncle Ben person, actually.
And what is his thoughts on Ray Rice making rice?
Well, I feel like
it's pretty nice.
As long as he makes sure those kids get fed, he can make as many rices as he wants.
What are your thoughts on Trump being part of the KKK?
I've heard links to that, but it feels like more of like the KKK just supporting him to support him, mostly because they're just happy that there's not a black president anymore and that there's someone that they think that may represent them. But in all reality, I don't think he gives a shit. He's just a guy that likes using Twitter and it's just so far up his ass that he may do some good, he may do some bad, probably the latter. It's hard to say. I don't think he's actually part of the KKK.
So let's go ahead. Let's do a lightning round.
Oh shit.
Real quick questions here. We're gonna do 5 questions total.
Oh shit.
Make them fast and quick. And Adam, I'll read them off to you, Adam.
All right.
I'll give you a minute for each question. Okay, so starting off with, what's his thoughts on O.J. Simpson coming to the NFL?
No, because he will kill the competition. Next question.
The glove doesn't fit. Gotta quit. Okay, let's see here. Waiting. They're not sending it.
What is this, 1990? Like bringing OJ quotes?
What's his thoughts on women working?
I'm about it. I mean, ever since we started actually employing women into the workforce across the world, it kind of changed like the lifestyle of family structures and stuff, which I think that's just like a natural process that eventually happened. But at the same time, it made it so it became like a weird job market situation, with also the weird shit with technology and job applications changing, with also having children not maybe having a mom.
What's his thoughts on babies make Nike shoes? The fuck is that? Can we talk about this grammar real quick? Yeah. What is his thoughts on babies make Nike shoes?
Well, I think like China needs to work on their child labor laws, if that's what we're like inferring.
No, he clearly said. What's his thoughts on Harry Potter being white supremacist?
We're talking about like the actual actor, Daniel Radcliffe, but Radcliffe, or are we talking about like the character?
Daniel Radcliffe, I think is his name.
Yeah. I never heard of that. I feel like really race baiting questions right now. It's weird because I'm not sure how race relations work out in England, so I'm not really sure where his stances are on any of those.
So we got 3 more minutes, guys. Shoot them at us. The wise Adam. deals with all and any questions. You can ask about. You can also kind of read the future too, right? A little bit.
You mean like the child pornography or something like that, or?
What?
I want to revisit that question.
What kind of response is that, dude? I just asked you to read the future.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I can read the future. Chris Brown, champion for women's rights. Oh, sorry. I missed the transition one.
Yeah.
Transgender. I feel like.
Do you think any of them are attractive?
Some of them, yeah. So I feel like everyone should have the freedom to do those sort of things. I think that making it government charge, it's just kind of dumb, because like there's just so many better ways to apply that money for like people that actually like need to live on rather than feel comfortable with. And then gender dysphoria is just like a really weird like unexplored topic that we have right now. So let's just drop that for now. What
are your thoughts on Chris Brown championing for women's rights?
I haven't looked into that. I feel like as someone that's part of the rap community, probably needs more of a voice in there because of how much like
part of the rap community.
Oh well, I thought he was a rapper.
No, he's definitely more a singer.
Oh, well, I don't know. It depends on how he goes about it. I think there's a good way to go about it. Bad way to go about it.
What's your thoughts on traps?
As long as they're upfront about it, I think it's cool. I mean, I'm not really sure if I would go into a relationship with one because I just feel like there might be like extra drama to add to that, given like the times. Like if like they'd be insecure about it or whatnot, and like there's just so many weird like factors that involve in that. So I'd probably not, just because I got other options ahead, and plus I'm already in a relationship.
So what are Adam's thoughts on lightning rounds? Because he has no idea how it works.
Well, I'm kind of answering the question semi-fast, so I'm not really sure what you mean by that. Maybe you guys should make questions faster.
Yeah. Make them faster, guys. So one last question. Does he know what a trap is?
Well, a trap is when someone changes their gender, or like goes in the process of changing their parts, where either it's pre-op where they don't, like if a guy doesn't change their dick to a vagina, or post-op where they do change their dick to a vagina. And sometimes, just guys get themselves titties and call themselves women and change in clothes and like, try to get guys to have sex with them, whether that's means by nice relationship or trap guys into getting sex and then making it really awkward, and then it's just awful for everyone. Now that's a worst case scenario, and assuming that they would do that, it's kind of like pandering on that question, but that is something that will happen.
Dating a trap gay?
I feel like that's really on the cusp of being gay.
Would you ever date a trap?
I don't know. I've given that idea some thought. It really depends on how I feel about that in the future. It's a possibility. Probably not.
Yeah.
If the trap has a dick, I feel like it's gay because it's gay in a physical way. Maybe not like in a emotional way, but definitely in a physical way.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't have a dick, then it's significantly less gay, but it's still on a pseudo level gay. So it's a gray area.
Do you believe in the afterlife?
Fuck. I hope there is, because an eternal life sounds nice, but at the same time, it sounds kind of like hell. Can you imagine, like, just having, like, imagine someone having depressive issues, and, like, there's an afterlife, and they just have depression for, like, eternity? Sounds kind of like hell. Because, like, that's part of their personality. But if they go to heaven, they get rid of that.
Yeah.
Then is that them, like, changing in a way that's so dramatic that they're not themselves? And that's, like, changing? Like, that's some weird shit to think about. Alright. Does a Will Trap of Columbus Crew count? Yes. No, hell sounds like hell. Well, I mean, whatever hell is to that person, I feel like is descriptive. It doesn't have to be all flames and people with dicks.
So,
fire.
I say we end this podcast with a great story. Adam?
Yeah.
What happened the time that you were going to do a social experiment? Do you remember this?
Run it through me while I
It
Drop
was.
it down, please.
It was the time a guy had contacted you.
Okay, I know where you're
leaning
going.
close for this story because this is a good one.
Alright, so this all began when I was still using Tinder for quite a while. And it was a picture of a hot chick. And, I was like, this is going to be like spam or whatever. Like, join this website and see me on my webcam thing. Blah, blah, blah. Like, get all this fucking all the time. No, it was instead like this chick saying like, hey, I'd like to have sex with you. But, see, my guy friend wants to, watch. Or whatever. And, like, just want to see if, like, he would suck me off and I would fuck her, because she was really into that, and she wanted to give her gay friend some exposure. So I was like, I'll think about it, because I was thinking like, A, it's probably just like a guy that wants to suck off another guy and just feel comfortable going to Grindr for whatever fucking reason, or B, it was an actual situation where it was a guy and a girl, and they're about to go through it, but like, I think I ran into this person twice, and it was just weird because like they didn't follow through, so it was probably just a trap.
What do you mean you ran into them twice?
I think I made a second Tinder account and like saw that they're still active, or it was when I saw a friend swiping through Tinder and saw them pop up, and I was like, you should totally maybe go for that, and they went through the same approach. So it was really weird. And I think it was just like a reused picture, or maybe I saw them on another social site.
Would you consider it? Would you have done it?
I think I'd meet up with them and see at like a Starbucks and see where that would go. And if there was like no second person, then I'd probably just just talk to that person and be like, so why are you doing this, and like why can't you just
you sound kind of like one of the guys that gets caught on To Catch a Predator.
Oh, huh? Sounds kind of weird.
Because they always be like, well, I just came to talk to them, and be like, why would you do this? This is weird.
Yeah, I mean, I had a few different approaches depending on like if the person that approached me was like really weird, like, oh my god, I'm going to go on a mini tangent. There's this really weird customer at Evan Bob's. Like, this motherfucker expects to get free coffee.
Go ahead and lean a little bit.
Talks to the fucking staff whenever they have free time.
What do you mean
because
free coffee?
Like, orders coffee, doesn't pay for it. He's been going to this Evan Bob's for 12 years. He's got the longest gaudy ass fingernails, and is obviously gay. And like, it's not
for the coffee.
Thinks that he can get it for free, or just got it for free a few times, and just keeps expecting it. We're trying to get him paid for it because should be a paying customer. Talks the ear off of whoever employee can get his hands like not on, but like attention, because I guess he's just a lonely fuck that uses that as like his social output. And no one really wants to talk to him on his like thing, because I can't understand the fuck he talks like. Because when I speak, like, you're like, what's this guy talking about? Because he kind of mumbles and talks like this guy's like, and and like I can't really do a good impersonation, but it's like somewhere between like a southern accent and like a really ratchety accent. It's just awful. So I paid really no heed to this guy. His name's Russell, by the way, and yeah, and just like talks about weird stuff in his life that I have no interest in whatsoever about, and just stays there for a while. He's been doing this weird thing recently where he just listens to videos on Facebook on his phone with no headphones for like people to hear, and like this goes on for a while, and I'm so tempted to just be like, Russell, can you please not do that? We're trying to have other customers enjoy their meals rather than listen to their stuff. And like I'd be half tempted to offer him some headphones, which I would give him by courtesy, to like be like, you're disrupting the people around you, because the guy apparently has no social skills. And for me to say that's really sad, because my social skills.
Garrett wants to know why you haven't been promoted to manager yet there.
That funny story. So my first interview there, the GM wanted to know if I was interested in becoming a manager.
Yeah.
And I was laughing and crying on the inside, thinking, there's no way in hell I'm gonna be a manager here, because like the shifts are 10 hours long. Sure, it's good pay. Sure, it's cool and everything, but like, I got my other job, and it just seems like a lot more work than I'm up to. Plus, I don't feel like a manager material. Similar situation happened at Panera Bread before I got hired, where they're expecting me to like become like, I guess I'm just really good at first impression interviews, because they're like, yeah, you should totally be manager material, and I'm like, no, just. I don't want to tell them no, but like, I'm like, yeah, I'll think about that. And so, yeah, I've only worked there for like 2 months, so it'd be kind of weird if they came out at me like that. Oh God. How do I feel about Pepe?
So choose one out of there.
I'm upset that Pepe is going away. I feel like the owner, should be the owner, like original artwork of it, and has the rights for it. You know, and how we kind of like changed Pepe from what it was to like this kick meme. Like, I feel like, sure, has the right to like pull out on that, but at the same time, it's like, it's a bitch move, because like, it's come to the point that that's not your artwork anymore. It's become the world's, and for you to like step in now of all times to like crack down on it, you know, fuck that guy. I think it's a French guy, so fuck that guy. About assuming genders. I know it's become illegal in Canada now that if you call someone by the wrong gender, that you can get sued in court or something. So I find it just really head-ass, because like, what does the line of genders go? Because like, are we going like Tumblr level of genders, where there's like 27, and there's just arguments of like where it goes? Like, okay, there's, you know, identifying asexual, there's queer woman, boy, there's you know, shifting between, you know, non-binary, and etc. Like, there's just like so many fucking keywords and like fucking symbols to go with it. It's like, I have to learn a goddamn new language just to keep up with this shit, and like, no one can keep up with this shit, because no one has time or care to keep up with people wanting to like feel special, instead of just like saying they're in the regular other category. Because, you know, it's like, what, 0.1 to 0.01% of the population that feels specifically this way. I feel like there's just such a small community on it that I don't want to demote them on their choices, but at the same time, it's like, you're making your voice too loud on this. Like reel it back a little bit, because they just need to have like a leader that at least gets them like the ball rolling, because otherwise, like, everyone else, like people that still believe there's two specific genders, isn't gonna listen to anything they're saying. So funny story. Direct to porno? Maybe. Actually, my GF's been looking into making a cam girl site and being like a online pimp. So I might get on that. And on that.
Would you be involved with it?
Maybe.
Are you and your girlfriend in an open relationship?
No. It'd be interesting to look into that, because like getting three-ways and stuff would be kind of hot. But I feel like talking about that on camera is getting a little too personal. So we have thoughts on Kickistan. I feel like it's got a good movement behind it. I think it's got some interesting aspects. I feel like one of the main points is just bringing down the Antifa like uprising, and just like social political like PCness is just. I feel like a lot of people's hearts in the right way, like right position, but I think a lot of people are just looking for a revolution that just has little to no backbone, and
so
just more harm than good.
So I'm gonna take this over real quick.
It's kind of just toxic.
So I don't know what to do with this podcast, but I think we've just discovered what we're gonna do with this podcast.
God.
It's gonna be Adam just talking about life and people asking him questions and giving advice. But I think to end this podcast, we're gonna play some emotional music, and then you're just gonna give words of advice and wisdom while the song plays. Okay? Wait, this is a good question though. I kind of want to hear this one.
Right.
Who would you have a threesome with? Anybody.
I'm going to have to think about that and let you know on the next podcast.
Ooh.
I'm going to cliffhanger you motherfuckers. I just went there.
Okay, I'm going to play the emotional music, okay?
Alright. In the arms of an angel?
No, we'll just... And you got to give advice about life.
Well, like, in general, or?
Yeah, just about anything in life.
Well, I feel like you want to make sure you're financially stable first. I know it sounds kind of like a dick thing to say, but if you're financially stable, then you can, pursue other happiness. But until you get, like, that stability in your life, you won't be able to move forward or succeed, because you want to figure out what you want to do in your life also, because if you don't know, then you're just gonna, be in a stagnated place for a while. That might be a bit of projecting in a sense, but there's some truth there. Finding a job that you're happy with, that you can see long term, finding passion with it, is a good idea to look into. Finding people that you can enjoy and be around, find happiness in general. It's a lot more of inspiration music than sad music, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, dude, you're being inspirational right now.
Well, this one time I took some, the good stuff, and got some, interpersonal on myself of, getting my life together, because, some acid may or may not, I've read, winky face, gives people introspective on their lives through, like, bad trips, so you can be more open with your psyche and, like, find things that you've blocked off to yourself and improve and grow yourself as a person through different means. So after I did that, or rather a friend of mine, winky face, did that. We were able to go from unemployed to finding a job, just find from motivational standpoint and whatnot. And I really wish I had some coffee right now, I'm not gonna lie. That'd be pretty kick ass.
So, we're done with that.
Sorry, I'm a little drowsy.
No, you're fine, dude. Do you want to say goodbyes to everybody?
Make sure you wear rubbers.
So what is your thoughts on about how dumb this podcast is?
I think it's pretty interesting. I'm still, I don't know, I get, like, swarms of thoughts on different things. And now they're not too about the topics we talked about. I'm just kind of pissed off that, I'm this one asshole that owes my friend $350. And, I kind of want to work out just so I can kick his ass. And, maybe binge some YouTube.
Alright.
'Cause that's my life in a nutshell. The removal of statues. I'll have to look into it. It sounds kind of dumb.
Goodbye. I hate all of you.
I almost want to love you.
Fucking, I hate every last one of you.